Mic check, 1, 2. Microphone check, 1, 2. How's it going, everybody? I hit the wrong button again. I've been on for what? A while? Like 2 minutes or so. And I was looking over here at my screen and I looked over, I saw myself on camera and I looked over at my OBS here and then I had to change the timer on my phone and I wanted to check my daughter's monitor thing here. So if she's responding, if something happens with her, I can respond. And all the time I'm on camera, but my mic was off. So I guess anyway, welcome. Good evening. Biff back with you again tonight, and we're going to be doing some more Football Manager because I think I'm getting closer to cracking the code for Football Manager, and I'm going to share a few things tonight, stuff that only somebody who'd played the game for thousands of hours would probably even think of. Anyway, checking first of all, is there any deal? Of course. Let's go ahead and reload this. Reload my wait list. A few things still, it's kind of sad because I had Gear City on there. I mean, I could buy it and play it offline, but my gaming time is basically right now. This is when I'm gaming today, is right now. I did stream some, or no, I did game some yesterday afternoon when my wife and daughter were out shopping. But basically, the majority of my game time is also my stream time. So I don't have a lot of time to play stuff offline. So I want to buy games that I'm going to be able to stream. It just kind of makes sense that way. And this is the second time I had trouble with Gear City. Now, it could be because, let me check my audio here. And then turn this off. Okay. Now, it could be because I'm playing the game on my 1080 monitor, but I have another 1440 monitor over here to my left where I monitor all my stream stuff. Now, once I get if I ever get to partner, they said that you can stream in 1440. Then I would probably do that as long as I can figure out how to downscale it so that everybody can watch it, because not everybody has the same resolution for 1440. But I have my 1440 monitor here. It's got all my stream stuff up here to monitor it. And I think what the problem is, why it crashed last night, is because when I move the cursor out of Gear City to go over to my monitor, because I actually have to go over to my monitor and I have to click on Stream Chat, I have it set to show me who's users in chat. And when I do that, the cursor leaves. I have to bring the cursor over because I have the monitors are set to be like joined together side by side, whatever. So I have to drag the monitor out of my 1080p screen over to my 1440 screen. I have to click on the button to refresh the users in chat because it doesn't happen in real time, which is kind of, there's got to be a way they could figure out how to do that. And it leaves the Gear City window, and I think that either interferes with Gear City or it sends a message to Windows like, hey, where did my cursor go for the game? I don't know if the cursor can't be locked to the window because otherwise I wouldn't be able to move it out of the Gear City window. But if I was going to stream the game, I'd first of all have to buy it, not just try the demo, because the demo could be bugged or something. I'd have to try it, try to get it set up for stream so that it doesn't do that. And right now I'm a little bit skittish on whether I want to. It's only $12, but I've got other Tycoon games that will work, and I shouldn't have to mess around with something too long to get it to work, if you know what I mean. So anyways, I mean, I've got other games in here that I can buy that I've seen other people streaming. I have seen people streaming Gear City, but I can't get it to work yet. And I don't know how much time I want to invest on getting it to work because I'm not even sure how much I'm going to like the game after messing around somewhat with the demo. So we'll see. It's supposed to be a really good Tycoon game. But like I said, I'm not going to play it when I'm offline, probably. If I can't at least stream some of it online, I guess I could play with it offline and then I could record it and upload it to YouTube. I don't know. But then I wouldn't be streaming it here on Twitch. So anyway, yeah, that's my story with Gear City and what I think happened last night. I think it was a conflict between Gear City and Windows and the mouse not being in the Gear City screen. If it can detect that it's leaving the screen, then sending a message to Windows, what are you doing? And I think that might have been what made it crash. I haven't Googled it yet to find out, but I think that might have been part of the issue. Let's see. We're still in the Steam summer sale. Steam summer sale through July 10th. I did find a game. No, I that I was looking at. Got my wish list here: Out of Ore, Second Manassas. Some of my wish list: Second Manassas. This Take Command series was recommended by Single Malt Strategy. Something along the lines of Sid Meier's Gettysburg, which I actually have on disc, on CD. And I also learned something too. I haven't tried this, so I don't know how accurate this is. This might just be hearsay or, whatever. See, I don't know. Um, but I heard that if you have an old game that is on Steam, but you have the you have the disc and the disc um, serial code, that they started putting on disc cases and stuff. If you have that, you might be able to activate that code on Steam or on good old games to keep you from having to buy the game again. Now, I haven't tried it. I don't know how accurate that is. I just read a brief little bit on probably on Reddit, or maybe it was in the Steam discussions. So don't quote me on it. Don't say, well, Biff said that this would work and it's not working. It could work for, if it does work, it could work for some games and not other games. But you would have to have the code that came with the disc. That, remember when you install the game when the game was almost done installing, it would ask you to put in that code. You'd have to have um, that code. So where's here we are. Discovery queue. I hope we have more typing. More type. I hope we have more typing. No, just I'm just saying the word typing because that's the title of the game. Oh, it's not even typing, it's Type Inc. Type Inc. is a roguelike deck building typing game. Type the paragraphs presented to you and maintain your streak to survive and win the game. What, you're like a typist now? And how many words a minute can you type kind of thing? That, to me, that is work. That's work. Plain and simple. You're asking me to work. Idle streaming bonanza. Dun, 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 dun. The Sims 4, The Sims 4 Enchanted by Nature expansion pack. I can actually do this. Hardly workin'. Balance your work and fun in this goofy and chaotic office simulator. Avoid falling asleep on the job by slacking off in the goofiest ways possible. Just don't get caught by your boss, Karen. The gangsters. Or they're veggie gangsters. I don't do gangsters. Scrambler is a fast-paced roguelike wave survival game where you control adorable cartoon characters fighting off endless waves of quirky enemies. Level up, collect power-ups, and survive as the challenge intensifies in procedurally generated levels. Here's the level right here. Looks like just down this hall. Keep going down an endless hall. Skyguard. Hordes of robot marauders have been attacking airships en route to the city. Join the Skyguard and shoot bots, buy guns, and fly your way to victory and a paycheck in this action-packed couch co-op third-person shooter. I don't think so. I'm not a shooter kind of person. And since I rarely even scroll down to read even what the reviews say, you think Steam would go, yeah, he doesn't like shooters. Maybe I need to ignore more of them. Let's try that. Let's ignore it. And then maybe Steam will get the idea. Catacombs. In Catacombs, you control Tabby, a street cat on his way to visit a friend in the afterlife. Dicey Bird Ball. Serious Survivors. Gosh, Google. Velocity Rush. I mean, did I just ignore half of those things? I think I did. I think I ignored half of them. Okay. Let's start up our game. We did get a new, was this yesterday? Yeah. Your team went unbeaten for 10 competitive matches, and then we lost 5 out of our next 10 games. Outlier. Outlier. That is what you would call a football manager outlier. Now, football manager lets me move my cursor, my mouse, out in and out of its window. With no problems. The only thing is, I do have to click inside Football Manager first before I can do anything. I have to left click to basically tell the game I'm bringing the cursor back into the game. Let's see, temperatures are good. Oh, I do want to bring this over here though and go to performance and see what the GPU is doing. Yeah, I haven't done this yet. I don't know if I'm going to. I mean, I guess I could. Might win a free copy of FM26, I think. So we started playing Wrexham. Now I might go back and look at some point, look at the Torquay save, because from what I learned today, I actually did pretty well last year in finishing 6th in the, let me see. Yeah, I'm going to go into that one. Now, you guys probably already knew this. Whoever watches my stream, I had like 72 views on my schedule a club friendly. Everybody's on vacation. I had 72 views on my VOD last night. One of my VODs, which I'm going to have to update and change that again. But I actually did pretty good, and I'll tell you why. Yeah, I finished 6th in the I finished 6th in the league. We got into the playoffs. I finished 6th after starting the season in last place with a -10 points deduction because the previous year, 2021, 2022, no, 2022, 2023, the team went into administration. So they penalized us 10 points. So actually, I think I ended up with around 80 points or something. And I don't see where to see. I want to look at the whole table. I guess I can't do that. This game is pending. Maybe I can't get a full thing until this game happens. Why does it say matches? Okay, so I did get some trialists in. And they did I get trialists in? So now you'll notice over here how our finances are really bad. We've got no transfer budget. We've got this much payroll budget. We got this much scouting budget. So I was watching this gentleman today called Lolujo. And he said, when you're in this situation, and this is why I say last year I was in this similar bind. I had no transfer budget. I couldn't transfer anybody out because they had just signed a new contract, and the few that I did want to send out didn't want to go because they're like, I just signed a new contract. Why would I want to leave? And besides that, I couldn't even loan them out to get the payroll off my books because they were making too much money, and they're like, no one's gonna want to loan me for a year. So I saw this little thing from this guy named Lolujo. He went into the transfer screen and he went to the payroll budget. What he did was he clicked on this right here. Is it this one? It's this one. Where was it he clicked on? He clicked on something that let him change. Now, do I have to take over all this? In order to do this? Here, scouting coverage. It was right here. Scouting range, no scouting. See, I think I was scouting. See, I have no scouting. See, this is the problem with this team. It's like they don't want to spend any money. So anyways, what he did, now this looks like more than what he had. I can scout the Vanarama North-South. It'd be 24,000. But we only have 26,000. But anyways, he had like 46,000 in his scouting budget. So what he did is he came over here, he moved all of that over to transfer budget. And then because he switched in his game, he was playing in the Vanarama National South, but this was, I think, FM 2023. And he's like, we don't need to scout all of England. We just need to scout the surrounding divisions. And so he changed it. He freed up like $40,000 in scouting. So we still have 14,500 scouting budget. He freed up that much money and put it into his, put a bunch of it in his transfer budget. And then he came back to his screen here and he goes, okay, now we can take all of this and put it into our payroll budget. But see, it doesn't allow me to do that in my thing. So this game is just totally messed up. So I'm going to leave it and I'm going to go back to the Wrexham save and see if I can do something with that. Because basically what happened with him is when he came in, his transfer budget was over, the thing was over here, and the money that he took out of his scouting budget went into his transfer budget, and then he was able to drag his transfer budget over here to add money to his payroll budget so that he could get in some free transfers and have some payroll to pay them, but can't do it here. Yeah, it's crazy. It's nuts. I mean, look at right now. They've got 545,000 in the bank. When I started with this team back in July of 2023, they had $60,000. You can see the number up here. They had $60,000 in the bank. Now they've got almost 10 times that amount, and they still won't give me any money to run the club. That's just nuts. So I think I'm done with Torquay. Hey, Shroom, what's going on? Yeah, yeah. You know what? I could load it in again, but yeah, we started out in 24th place, negative 10 points. We finished in sixth. We got into the playoffs. All the board wanted me to do is finish like in mid-table. It's like anywhere between 10th and 14th, I think. And they would have been happy. And the same with the supporters, the fans. So I don't know if you've been in the stream since then, Shroom, but I got affiliate. And so ads are going to be starting in about 4 minutes. I'm running should probably do 50, 56, 30. I'm running 3 minutes of ads because you have to run ads. You can't not run ads. I Googled it. You have to run ads. And I'm not sure if you're a partner if you have to run ads because you're generating more money from subs than you are from ads probably for Google or for Twitch. So what I'm doing is because I need to get up at least every hour to walk around a little bit, get some fresh water, stuff like that. So I'm running 3 minutes of ads. I used to do this a few months ago. I used to get up regularly every hour and then I get too locked into the game. So I'm running 3 minutes of ads. So I know unless people are subbing to this stream, then they're going to be watching the ads so I can get up and move around a little bit, get off my butt and, get a little active for a couple minutes anyway. Okay, so we're going to come over here to load game. The new game I have is Wrexham. So I started this one yesterday. So that was part of the code that I was talking about. I'm trying to crack the code in this game. We have no transfer budget. We got 173,000 in scouting budget. I don't think we need that much. Scouting England, 10,000 a month. The season is from now, July, until when's the last game? July until the end of April. Now it could go a little bit longer with that if we're in cup competitions, or if we're in the playoffs even. But like May. So, and who knows, the board might even be kind and say, I need more scouting budget. And they might say, yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. You can have more scouting budget. So I can move some of this payroll over to transfer. Can I do that? No, I can't. So what I'm going to have to do to create that's what I needed to do. Scouting coverage. Scouting range. Now, if I reduce this to surrounding divisions, covers players in the Sky Bet League 1, Sky Bet League 2, Vanarama National. So it would actually be, so if I did this, it'd be 96. This covers players in our region. But still, we've got a 10,000 a month, so that would actually be 112,000 a year. I could move some of this over into I can't. Ads. Sorry. I'm going to get him walk around a little bit. I'll be back. Hey everybody, I'm back. Thanks for the break. Appreciate it. Let's see, let's go down here. Might be able to see more stuff down here. So I can't move money from my scouting budget over into my payroll budget. I don't know why. I don't know why. So this is something I saw Lelujo do today. He didn't have any money in his transfer. He needed money in his payroll budget. So he came in here, he moved a bunch of money from his scouting budget over to his transfer budget, and then he came back over here and he moved money from his transfer budget over into his payroll budget. Now see, why is my, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I don't know. So I think what we want to do though is, I think I've got 28 players in the squad. Oh, I have this and I know the teacher used to say, "What are you eating there, Biff?" "I have a perfect bar." "Well, do you have enough for the whole class?" "No, I don't." So I'm going to eat this one. And the class got to get their own, I guess. Yeah, the thing is, is everybody on vacation here? 3rd of July? Or are they coming in? They started training yet? I don't remember. Perfect Bar is kind of like it's a protein bar, but it's made with peanut butter. And it's got a few dark chocolate chips in there also. So 11, 26, 27, 28. There is a limit of 22 players in the squad. It is. They're really good. They're called Perfect Bars. Get them at Costco. Basically my dinner tonight. So these guys are no longer on vacation. So I don't know if the game does this or this is real life, but we're on 3rd July 2023. The club or the game just signs a bunch of players to a 1-year contract. Maybe because of their age. Where's Lelujo's thing? Have their age in here? Yeah. Yeah, so these contracts don't expire for a year. Arthur Nwankwo, we do want to get him in. We do want to try to get him in because he's on loan to us, but he is very, very good. I've seen him play. Not in person, but on the telly. Plus, he's trained in Nation, which is good. So we did pick this tactic It's called Gegenpress because we did pick this formation because Elliott Lee is an attacking midfielder. He's got good pace, good stamina. It's a very pressing attack tactic. And we actually have first team players that can fit into all the roles that are required in this tactic, except for Paul Mullen. So Paul Mullen will be replaced initially by Ollie Palmer, since he also can be he also can play a pressing forward in the attack. He can't play it as good as Mullen can. He's 4 stars, but he can play it. And Mullen's out for like, what, 2 weeks to some months or something, it said. Seven weeks and 3 months. Somewhere in that neighborhood. So now what Lelugio recommends in the lower leagues, and I don't know if this is really going to work in, we're in Sky Bet League 2. He recommends it in the non-league. So I think the Premier League, the Championship, Sky Bet League 1, Sky Bet League 2 are considered football leagues. Anything below that, like Vanarama National North, Vanarama National South, and below that are considered non-league, I think. Whose contract's already expired? They're either due to expire in the next 12 months or may have already expired. Well, not according to this. According to this, they don't expire for another year. So what he recommends doing is coming down here to scouting. We could also check and see. We don't have a general manager, but he said you can still use this. You can go here to got to be in transfer. You can go here and ask your general manager to suggest transfer targets. So we need to determine what we're going to need. So you can see here that James McLean is our best attacking midfielder on the left. And he's also our best left back, our best wing back. So unfortunately, he can't play in both positions. So this guy, they're both about the same, but we could probably use another left back, probably another. You can see here, George Evans, Egan O'Connell, and Will Boyle are both the best. They're the top 3 in both positions of defensive back left, defensive back right. Luke Bolton is our best wing back on the right. He's also our best attacking midfielder on the right. So we need to remedy that. So we probably need another, let's see, Jordan Davies. He's also on this side. Elliott Lee, Andy Cannon. So you could probably use another attacking midfielder if we can get a 3-star midfielder. And then goalkeepers. I guess it's going to be Nkonkwo, and then Mark Howard will be the backup. And we have one goalkeeper who's kind of surplus to the squad. And that's Rob Langton. He's 2 stars, but he is Luke McNichols is 23. He's 2 stars, and Rob Langton is 33. So he's the same ability right now as Luke, but he's Rob is 10 years older. So he kind of is surplus to what we want to do in the club. Let's see where he is in the hierarchy for the team. He's an influential player, but how much money is he on? He's on $1,100 per week. Pretty steep. So we can always offer him out for I'm going to check the under 21s. Max Cleworth is going to come up to the senior team. He's very good. I've seen him play. And the under 18s. I don't remember seeing any of these guys play on the senior squad. So I think we can there's 2 goalkeepers here. They are 1 star and potential to be 3.5 stars. So we only have 1 goalkeeper right now for the under 21 squad. But with the 4 goalkeepers that we have here, Luke can play for the under 21s. Sometimes he's only what, 23. So I think the best thing would be for Rob to go out. Let's see. See, the thing is, he's in the last year of his contract. I guess he doesn't have an agent. Mm. Yeah, he's an emergency backup, and we can probably find somebody younger and better. Wrexham must register at least 8 players trained by the club or by a club in England. Currently, 19 are registered. Can always go 25, I guess. Just offer him out. He's willing to talk to other clubs, he said. Who else? Mark Howard, Steve Fletcher. He's one of our strikers. James McLean, Rob Langton. See, they're all older. He's 2.5 stars. Defender, is he? Where could I find that? He's actually at the bottom of our squad um, for defender. If we come back over here to, we can see what our depth is. We got 7 defenders. Ben Tozer is like just above Max Cleworth. He's making $5,000 per week. He's a fringe player, trained in Nation, but we could dump that $5,000 in payroll and get somebody again, younger, probably faster. And since he's a fringe player, it shouldn't really impact our dynamics. I don't even remember what his name was now. Ben Tozer. There he is. Highly influential player. I could be really upsetting the apple cart, but he's old. You know? He's old. He's like 7th best, 6th best defender in the team. Does he have an agent? Yeah, ask his agent about interest. I can't see anyone making an offer right now. I'll get going, and then if that's everything, see you later. Although my client is commanding plenty of interest, none of the clubs I spoke to consider him to be a priority target right now. There are a couple of clubs currently interested in getting my client at their service. Okay. Agents will provide feedback on their player's current situation. If you wish to sell a player, you can speak to their agent by selecting Discuss Generating Market Interest, which will allow you to specify your desire to sell the player and try to get a fair valuation for them. So I guess in this version of Football Manager, maybe 2023, this is 2024, they came in, and what I've heard is the best thing to do before you transfer somebody, if they have an agent, is talk to the agent. Go through the agent. Don't just put them up on the transfer market. So, agent feedback. Market interest discussion. It may be difficult finding a suitable club for my client due to his high salary demands. Yeah, tell me about it. $5,000 a week? You can always hire an intermediary and they can try to find a new club for the player, but the intermediary is going to charge you like 5% of whatever you sell them on for. So if you sell them on for $100,000, the intermediary is going to take like 5,000 of that. Let's click on next. This is an induction. So the game has what are called inductions, basically tutorials for all of the major. There's got to be like 12 to 15 of them for all the major aspects of the game. You can attempt to You can attempt to offload players to the offer via transfer room option, which will circulate news of availability via transfer room, an online platform where clubs can attempt to both sell and buy players with convenience and accessibility. If you're desperate for a quick sale and to generate more market interest, then you can hire intermediary. I guess an intermediary would be like somebody who knows, like directors of football around other teams. They would just call them and say, yeah, I've heard that Tozer, defensive player for Wrexham, is they're shopping him around. So just calling to let you know if there's any interest. In this case, your director of football will contact third-party intermediaries who can find clubs interested in signing the player, but they will need to be paid a percentage of the final transfer fee for their services. Opting to use an intermediary before talking with an agent could, however, see the player become unhappy. Yeah, so we don't want to talk to hire an intermediary. So it shows you here for Ben Tozer, the guy whose $5,000 salary we're trying to offload because he's 33 years old and he's our like seventh choice central defender. They will always remind you that you need to have at least 8 players who are trained by the club or by a club in England registered. And currently we have 19 of them registered. So you don't want to get rid of all of your players that are trained by our club or another club in England. Interested clubs? None. League? None. None. Active interest? None. Rumored interest? Leyton Orient and Wigan. Leyton Orient, they're only interested should other targets for that position not be possible. Wigan, currently working on other targets for the position. So we'll just leave it for right there right now. Ollie Palmer, he's going to be our starting striker for a time period. Luke Young is 2.5 stars. He is 30 years old, but I'm pretty sure he's one of our starting. He's our third choice midfielder, central midfielder. I really have an issue with this game. Right here, it says Luke Young. Well, for this position, I guess it would be attacking midfield central. Now, what position is this? This would be the position I'd be asking him to play, maybe? No, what's my tactics say? Attacking midfielder. Attacking. Where he is 3.5 stars. So then we have to go back to Luke Young. And he would be here. Okay, so he's only 2 stars for that position. If he's playing here in central midfield, then he is 2.5 stars. Okay, I see the difference now. I was going to have a beef. But the beef is gone. Because I'm looking over here. His best position and role on the field, he's 2.5 stars. At the position and role that I would want to have him play in, he's only 2 stars. So maybe we could, since I think he's going to stay with the club. Now, did I have him on the pitch? No, he's not part of our best 11. So probably what we want to do is we want to come down here. Let me go back to attacking midfielder, attack. Let me come over here to Ben and go development training. And we're going to try to retrain him as an attacking midfielder, center, attack. Because that'd be this position here. No, that'd be this position here. Because he can play that position. He can play that position. He's accomplished, but he's not a natural at it. So this position, he's a natural playing central midfield. This one, he's accomplished. This one, he is not accomplished. He is, he's not a natural. He's accomplished. So we'll try to train him up to be a natural. So that would help our attacking area of the team right there. Let's go back up here. So Andy Cannon, his best position is defensive midfield. As an attacking midfielder, he's actually a little bit better. No, he is still 2 stars. He is natural. So let's train him, though, to also be attacking midfielder, natural. We're going to train him as a to be in attack. Oh, let's see. George Evans he's in our central midfield as a deep line playmaker. He's 3.5 stars. So he is definitely worth the 8,000 per week that we're paying him. Let's scroll down towards the bottom. Max Cleworth. We're going to keep him. Luke McNichols, goalkeeper. We're going to keep him. He's the 23-year-old, I think. Yeah. Luke Young, we're going to keep him. Nkwanko, we're going to keep him. Jacob Mendy. 2 stars with only Jacob Mendy's 26 years old. Where do we have him in our thing over here? He's our 3rd choice. 3rd choice on the left. And what about over here? Where else can he play? Oh, he can play anywhere along the left side. Wow. Natural. This looks like it might be his favorite position right here. So he's probably going to be worth the 1,900 per week. Jordan Davis. He's very versatile also. He's only 24. This guy can just about play in any position on the pitch. We could maybe train him to be a defensive midfielder. Or to be an attacking midfielder. He is He is a backup up there. Accomplished, competent, accomplished. Let's train him for here. Let's try to train him attacking midfield, center, attack. Take control of his training. So this is something he also says. Hey, Scuba, what's going on? Welcome in. Double check you just did that to Ben, not Young. If they are natural, they can already play that role and just need more game time in it to improve if there's room to improve. You did that to Ben, not Young. What did I do? What did I mess up again? Well, I think I wanted him to come up here and try to become a natural in the center. Attacking midfielder, accomplished. Attack. I think that's what I wanted to do. I don't want to mess up too much here. I don't want to mess this up too much. There's always a danger. They click on the wrong thing. Now, Lelujo is also saying you want to train your wing backs to play on both sides. He cannot. So we want to train him on the right side because of the tactic that we're using. Wing back right. Attack. It's already set that. And then Bolton. We want to train him wing back defend on the left. Which I already set. Yep. Okay. So I'm doing something right, I hope. I didn't see this down here. This is good. It tells you if you have any outstanding players in the youth team that can play that position, or if you have any players in your short list, like you've been scouting, that can play in that position. Let's see. Finishing off my perfect bar. That's very delicious. Now, another thing Lelujo goes for is he wants central defenders that are big and have like a jumping reach of like 16, 17, 18, somewhere in there, and good at heading. Because he said what you do then, when he talks about height, he says like that player is 6'4" and you can't teach that, which I think is very accurate and very humorous. No, you can't teach somebody to be 6'4". Um, because what he was talking about is going into your tactic screen, set pieces. We don't have a set piece coach. I don't think I want to do zonal marking. I'll do a hybrid. Let's do both posts. Balanced from attacking set pieces. How do you prefer the ball to be delivered? Um, Near post or far post? How many players do you want to leave back defending during attacking set pieces? We want in swingers. So now he basically said, go with routines. Be nice if we could zoom in a little bit. The attack will boil. You can't drag them into position. So he said, O'Connell is 6'2", 12 jumping, 14 heading. So you also want them to be. So basically, you want both of these guys attacking the near post. And he said you want the tallest one to be the furthest forward. See, I think he was doing this in 2023, FM 23. You could move the players around, I believe, but you can't do that here. I'll mess around with that later. That beginning of the season isn't coming up yet. Hey, Pop. So you see, I haven't even hit continue yet. So what we wanted to do right now is we wanted to look at some players to come in to cover. We need at least one central defender, maybe two central defenders. We need one or two defensive midfielders. Probably a left wing, a right wing. I think we're okay right now on forwards. We could probably use, since Jordan Davies is here, and Bolton can play back here. He's actually our best right back. Probably 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 2 here. So probably every single position. Probably wouldn't be bad. Do that. So that's what he says. He says, ask who is this guy, general manager, to, so he said, transfer is like for a transfer. If you have any money in your transfer budget, we do not. Loan is if you're looking for loans. End of contract would be probably right about, no, because I think end of contracts would have been for 2023 would have been about a week ago. So he said you click on free transfer and you just click on the positions that you'd like your team to look for players for. And you can see for every position that you're clicking on, he's giving you 3 ideas. So this is this is our technical director. So this is basically our technical director saying, these are the players I think that are on, they have 0 transfer value that we could maybe afford or try to bring in. Oh, am I clicking on the wrong thing here? Yeah, I didn't click on the right thing. Oh no. Can I remove these guys? Oh yeah, remove, okay. Cool. How far did I get before I started making a mistake? Okay, I got to come over here to free transfer for a right-sided defender. I come over here to free transfer, defensive midfielder. Got to come over here to free transfer, attacking on the free transfer. I'm saying free transfer, but it's not really registering with my brain. I should click on free transfer first. Free transfer, attacking midfielder on the right. And I think that's it. Because we have defensive midfielders. We actually have a lot of defensive midfielders. But James McLean's not going to be paying. McLean is not going to be playing down here because his best role is up on the wing. So we can remove him. Let's see, ask a scissors just for everything. But we're going to remove him. So that brings us down to these two guys who are only 2.5 stars and 1.5 stars. So Mendy is not that good. He can play. He's a natural at left wing, wing back, midfield, and attacking forward, but he's not very good at any of them. At least not the position, not the roles that we need him to play in. So that's going to make it definitely need. So Cleworth is going to be playing on the right. So he's not going to be playing in the center. He can play in the center. Evans our best. So does it matter to him? So he's our first choice here. Okay. He will not be considered in this position. Is that what this said? Okay, so he's not going to be playing back here because in our tactic, we need a deep lying playmaker, and he's the best deep lying playmaker on the team. So we take him out of there. Egan O'Connell. So we take Evans out of there. He also is. Okay, O'Connell, I think they're just saying he's our first choice defender, central defender on the left. He's our first choice central defender on the right. So it doesn't, I don't know if it says what he prefers to play. No side preference. So we can just leave him on the left since that's where we first found him, and then we just take him off of the list here. Will Boyle, the same thing. So Will Boyle is now going to be our central defender on the right. Max Cleworth is not going to play there. He's going to play here. Luke Bolton's going to play there. So Aaron Hayden is probably going to back up Will Boyle right here. Even though it looks like he might play a little bit better on the left side. Tunnicliffe can play on both sides. So we seem to be doing okay. Oh, Boyle, he's going to play on this side, so we're going to remove him from this side. Now, it doesn't mean that we'll never take him into consideration to play there, but just as far as planning the squad, that's what we're doing to try to plan the squad. Got a little bit of Fritos here. You hear me crunching. No, I might find a center back or a defensive midfielder. Probably not 3.5 stars. Probably not 3.5 stars. So O'Connell's not going to be playing up there or up here. Not that he can't in like a pinch. Um, but just as far as looking at these screens. So O'Connor and Evans. We're going to take O'Connor from here because it says um, he is our first choice defensive midfielder on the right. So we're going to take him off here. We're going to take George Evans off here. You can still see Tozer. He's still a fourth choice on the right side. He's sixth choice on the left side. So he's kind of surplus to our requirements. He's only 2 stars and he's got a potential of 2.5 there. He's 2 stars and got a 2.5 potential there. So he's 33 years old. He's probably not going to develop anymore. So James Jones is our second choice on the left. He'd be our third choice on the right. So we're just trying to get this organized so we can actually see who we have. Tozer is actually better in central defending. So I don't think we'd have him playing in the midfield if that's not his best position, which it's not. So since Aaron is he's 2 and 3 stars there, 2 and 3 stars there, 2.5 and 3 stars there. So this is his best position. Maybe to back up Tunnicliffe, 26, 29 years old. Anyway, so he's an attacking midfielder and we need defending midfielders. So he's our fourth choice attacking midfielder. And we're not using attacking midfielders. Our tactic calls for a deep lying playmaker to support and a ball winning midfielder to defend. So yeah, I'm not sure how well he's going to play into what we need. We don't need attacking midfielders. We need defending midfielders. What if I could train him to? He's got 3.5 potential. Well, he has 3 stars, ball winning midfielder. So I don't know why it says attacking midfielder. So hmm. says attacking midfielder. Well, he's a natural there. He's a natural there. Actually, we got about a minute, it looks like, till ads start, or did they already start? I don't know. Mm-hmm. I need to change this. Okay. Figure out all this stuff. Okay, so got all these things done over here. Wait, what happened to all this stuff I did? I clicked out of the screen, it went away. Oh man. Oh, here they are. Okay. So 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Can I select all these and right click? No. Well, that's right. You got to click on their name. Let's transfer target. Approach to sign. No. Add to short list. Report. Oh, hey everybody. Welcome back. Still trying to get this whole ad thing figured out. I did sit through the ads because I'm trying to get this whole game thing figured out. I'm supposed to be able to right click on these guys and add them, invite them for a trial. And it's not letting me do that. I don't want to sign them. I want to invite them for a trial. Maybe I can't do that yet because his training started yet? Yeah, it started today. So why can't I invite them for a trial? Well, let's go ask Google. Game might display a message indicate, no, it doesn't indicate that. Yeah, see if the game is providing a reason why you can't offer a trial to a particular player. Well, let's go back over here. All right, so let's click on Jonas and go up here. I mean, this guy's really good. We don't need an inverted fullback. We need a wingback to defend. That would be good. Do we need that on that side? Yeah. And he'd be better than McFadzine by a little bit. 3.5 stars. Yeah, 3.5 stars versus 3 stars. But I don't know why it won't let me. Now, they did say that there is there's a trialist game that some players have signed up for, so they can't come in to do a trial with your team because they're signed up for this trialist game. You know, actually, there was also a calendar in here to show. 15% of the profit made on this next transfer. His next transfer will be owed to Salford. We signed him for 250K. His transfer value is 100 to 475. So it seemed in that case you'd want to get at least 250K for him. I'm stuck again. I don't know why the game isn't letting me do this. When I saw another player doing it, do you have to add him as a transfer target? Again, wing back attack better than what we have. How old is he? Actually, let's go to I don't know why I have to keep doing this each time. Mamadou Sakho, 6'2", jumping reach 13, heading 14. Um, I don't know why it's not letting me do that. So I don't know if something changed between 23 and 24. Wonder if it's because maybe trials. No, I think I've been able to do trials even in higher leagues. I wonder if it's something in the settings that I did. Trying to see what the settings were that I set it for. Brother. What if I just find a random person? Players in range. Okay, let's go here. Solomon Kalou, the Ivorian. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand why we can't, unless they, like they said, the board may have said no trialists. Hmm. Maybe it's do I actually have to go into maybe because I have to do that? No, apparently that's not it. Hmm. Let's see, providing scout, assigning scouts, handling scouting meetings, delegate this. I don't see where it didn't really say that I couldn't, even though I delegated this stuff, it didn't say that I couldn't do that. So I don't know why it's not letting me do this. All right. Do I have to add them as a transfer target first before I can then bring them in as a? I think you actually sign a contract with them, but maybe then that means I have to have transfer. No, the free transfer, you shouldn't need to have, on a free transfer, you shouldn't need to have a transfer budget. This is like mind boggling. This game, I tell you. Oh, let's keep looking. This is just frustrating. And there's no, I mean, I'm not getting any error message or anything. It's just normally you would, I guess, just right click on the player name and you would offer them a free trial. That's what I was expecting would happen. Well, let's add him as a transfer target, free transfer. No, I don't want you to try to acquire him. Yeah, see, right away it says your general manager will attempt to acquire this player when I just switched all of that stuff to me. So now that he is, I mean, do I have to roll the clock forward? Let's try that. Let's roll it up to 9:15. Do fix your change just as training schedule. Yeah, you probably got rid of all my post stuff, huh? Weekly staff meeting. Attend the meeting. Paul Munn would make a much better captain than Luke Young. Remind me in a week. That's great. I'm glad to hear it. Thank you very much. Yeah, you know what? I'm waiting for coaches to apply. So tell Eddie to apply because I put adverts in the papers. The same thing with Connor. Okay. Tell him to apply at in human resources, please. Yeah, send them to human resources. Send them to human resources, please. Thank you, Steve. Thank you. I appreciate your time. Still not able to. Still not able to offer a trial. Some free agents are part of a trialist game. That's what I'm trying to figure out. If there is a trialist game, when is the trialist game? Because this is all I see right here. Can I expand this out? I can go. I don't see the free trialist game. This is beginning of the season. I mean, free trialist game. I don't see a trialist game in the calendar. Oh, is this? I go past July. It let me go all the way back into June, but it did keep today's date for me. So that was nice. I guess I go Skybet League 2, look at Skybet League 2 is the 74th ranked league in the world. Season preview. Highlighted star player Arthur Okonkwo, who is our goalkeeper. I think Evans is also our player. Edwards, McLean. Highest net transfer spender, Wrexham. Positions, fast monitors, rules, talent schedule. Yeah, see, I don't see. These are match days. Where's July? I am stumped. Because what I'd like to do is, I'd like to invite these players in for a trial, see if they're any good, so I can find some players to, some free transfers basically, to help build up my squad for this year. Because as you can see, I have no transfer budget. Looks like they spent it all. Let's see what we're doing. What screen was I looking at? That's the other thing too. You have to fight on the pitch to win the game, but you have to fight the AI, or not the AI, the interface to try to figure out the game. Transfer. Okay, here we go. Transfers out. We got no money. They all went out on a free or on a loan. Wow. I don't see anything in here about it. Maybe I just hit go forward a little bit. Because I cannot figure out how to. Okay, here is the schedule. There's the calendar. That's what I was looking for. Finally found it. I'm so happy. Yeah, see, I don't see any trialist game. Friendly, 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 friendly. Under 18's friendly, under 21's friendly, friendly. Their season may start here. But yeah, this is our first game of the year, and I don't see anything on the calendar saying that there's going to be a trialist game. It would have to be. It would have to be before the first game of the season. I wonder if trialists are available. If you can do trials in Skybet League 2. Oh, brother. Just, yeah, it says you can offer, and I've done it before. I've done it before, other saves that I've done. It's just kind of frustrating that it's not letting me do it here. Well, I'm going to save this, and then I'm going to go back to another save, maybe the Torquay save. Quit to start screen. Let's go to load game. Twitch Torquay. But I think the only thing with this game is that it's in the, right now it's in the off season. We still needed a wing back. Yeah, make an offer a trial. Hello. Hello, game. Oh, I didn't do it the right way. Let me go back in. No. Yeah, so transfer targets. I got to do free transfer. Then this. Then this. Okay, these are the free transfers. Offer trial. Well. Well. Oh, if you guys are interested in seeing real briefly, this is my so this is how my season went with Torquay. So we'll start in November. We'll go November, December, January, February. And that time period, I lost 3 games. And I drew 4 games. And I came in 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. I had an 11 game unbeaten streak. And I actually got a Steam achievement for that. Then March happened. Now keep in mind that the game projected my team, Torquay United, to finish the season in the middle of the table. So if we come up here, we look at, where do we look at it? Oh, we just click on Vanarama National League South here. We look at season preview. Oh, they actually previewed us to finish 21st. Probably because we were starting off with a 10-point deduction. We finished 6th. Let's see, past positions. Yeah, we finished 6th. We had like how many points did we have? Oh, let's see. Does it tell me what my final, I don't like that they do this. Let me look and see what the table was at the end of the season. Don't give me this stuff here where I want to see what my record was. I don't have it memorized. I didn't memorize it. I guess I could have written it down or something. Anyways, we were predicted to come in 21st. We came in 6th. The board and the fans just wanted us to come in like mid-table, between like 10th and 14th, somewhere in there. We came in 6th place. At one point, we were as high as 4th place. It was either 4th or 3rd. We were within about 11 points of Yeovil, I think, with, I don't know how many games to go, maybe 8 games to go. We were within 11 points of Yeovil, so automatic promotion was not out of the question. So then, you can see here, we're on a roll. We must have been butter because we were on a roll. 3 losses in 4 months. The whole month of November, December, January, and February, we lost 3 games. Then March happened. March 2nd, we lost to Weymouth, who is a Weymouth finished 16th in the table. Now, I'm not saying that we couldn't have lost to them, but the way that we lost, the way that we lost 1-0, having the top goal scorer in the league, and the previous, we'll go back 6 games, we scored 3, 5, 8, 10, 14 goals in 6 games. That's like 2.5 goals a game. We didn't score at all against Weymouth. Farnborough, another middle of the table team. We lost that game 1-0. So at this point, I'm like, come on, guys, I know it's the end of the season. You want to go golfing and everything, but, let's focus. Next game was Chesterfield. Now, that was the FA Trophy quarterfinal. Very respectable showing against a team about 20, 25 places above us in the English football pyramid. They're in they're in the league above us. We're in Vanarama National League South. They were in first place at this time. They were in first place in the Vanarama National League. So we lost 2-1. Very respectable showing. Aaron Jarvis scored our only goal. Okay, next game. Taunton. Taunton finished like, there's 24 teams in the league. They finished like 21st or 22nd in the league. They were like the very bottom of the league. We lost to them 2-1. Now these were away games, so you know. But this was a home game. Lost 2-1 against one of the worst teams in the league. So after losing 3 games in 4 months, we lost 4 games in a row. And I think this is because the game had us pegged to come in 21st. We were in 4th at one point. We dropped from 4th down to 8th after these losses. We finally did win a game against Tunbridge, who I think at this point they were actually above us in the league. We beat them 3-1. Drew against Hamden and Richmond, I think another middle of the table team. And then we lost 3 out of our next 6 games. So in the Vanarama National League South, that was our league, we lost 10 games all season. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of those games came in our last 12 games, just in the league. So we lost 10 games all season, and it wasn't until the end of the season that we actually lost 5 of those games in a month period between March 2nd and April 1st. So actually what I did after this run right here, where we lost 5 games, 4 of them in the league, I said, I'm done. I checked out basically, and I simulated the rest of these games. I set up the squad, I set up the tactics, and then there's a button when you go in to set up your team that you can click on. It says start match or something like that, and then right to the left of that it says simulate the match. For these last 5 games, I just simulated them. I'm like, I don't care. But we did crawl and claw our way back up to 8th, or from 8th. We were out of the playoffs in 8th position. We clawed our way back up into the 6th position to get in the playoffs, and then we lost the We lost the playoff first round game here against East Burnborough. So again, Weston Supermare, we lost that one. Again, a mid-table team. Yeovil, best team in the league. They won most of their games. We lost away to them 3-1 here. But the fact that we lost 10 total games all season, and then 5 of those games came in the last month of the season, to me, that's just a huge outlier. That's just like the game saying, nope, you're not going to challenge for automatic promotion. We're going to knock you down until you almost don't even make it into the playoffs. And for me, it was just like, I just lost interest. I was just like, I simulated the last 5 games. I turned the computer off and I went and did something with my family, because I'm like, just a total outlier. Like the game is just saying, no, we're taking over now. You're not going to win. You're only going to win like 3 more games the rest of the season, and that's it. Basically, when I said I'm done, I'm done. Basically, the game had already told me, you're done. And so I just said, okay, okay. Quite, quite ridiculous. What's up, Snowblind? Yeah, quite ridiculous. So, I mean, I think I did really good seeing that my board didn't want to give me any money all year. They had just signed our players to a they had just signed our players back in July of 2023. They had just signed most of our players to a 1 year contract. That's what the game does. They sign them to a 1 year contract. And my most expensive players, like Kevin Dawson, he was like Kevin Dawson was like oh, it's not even going to show me. He was like my fifth choice midfielder, making 1,100 a week, and I had 2.5 stars. I had better players than him, so I played him basically as a not even an impact sub. I played him as a backup, and he played. I don't know. He started, 17 appearances out of 38. Um, Average rating was 6.74. I was trying to get rid of him, and he told me when I put him on, I try to get him on, send him out on loan, so I could just free up that salary. He says in the little thing there, he said, it may be difficult finding a suitable club that can accommodate my salary demands. I'm like, guess what, buddy? You are not getting signed to a new contract by me. I said that at the end of the season, basically. But yeah, it's like the game just stomped on me at the end. They just stomped on me. Now, see, my deal now with this is I'm looking to get in for some free transfers for my Torquay club that I just started playing around with. And I want to offer a free trial to the players, and the game won't let me. And I don't know why. So I think probably what I need to do is because I want to get some trialists in to see if they're I don't want to save it. To see if they're see if I can find any to fill in gaps on my team. I found some of them. I mean, come over here, we come back up here, we go down here, we come over here. We found this guy, looks pretty good. I would need him as an attacking wingback, 3.5 stars. That's better than what I currently have over here. I have this guy who is 2.5 stars. So I could really use this guy. And I don't know why this thing keeps doing this. And I want to bring him in on a I want to bring him in on a oh, not this guy. Yeah, this guy. I want to bring him in on a trial, and the game won't let me. Now it would let me playing as Torquay, but it won't let me. You know what? I'm kind of done right now with this game. Maybe for a little bit even. I don't know. I got to do a little bit more research because those are my two things. Those are my two things that I saw Lolujo do today that I thought, I can use that. I can do that. And those two things were this. looking for trialists, looking for free transfers. Free transfers at like right back. I need another right back. And instead, you come over here, you click on them, and you just offer them a trial. And the game will not allow me to do that. And I don't know why. You could see when I tried to do that at my Torquay save um, just a couple minutes ago, it said transfer, add as transfer, and it gave me the option offer a trial. It won't let me do that here. So that, and the other thing was this club is just as stingy as Torquay is. Wrexham. Thanks, Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney. Thank you so much. They don't give me any transfer budget. I do have some payroll, but I can't move any of the payroll into the transfer budget. That's why I'm trying to find trialists that are be a free transfer so I can bring them in and have payroll. I'm spending 153. I've got 167. So I have about 14,000 in payroll that I can bring in. I can bring in trialists, look at them, maybe sign them to a contract because I've got payroll available. But I wanted to have a little bit more payroll. So I've got a $173,000 scouting budget. We come over here to scouting. It says that my scouting range, if I'm scouting just in England, is going to cost me about $112,000 a year, 9.25K per month. So I'm like, okay, so this is something I learned from Lelujo today. You can come over here to your scouting budget. You can move some of that over into your transfer budget. The game doesn't let me, not letting me. So I'm like, the things that I'm trying to do that I saw Lelujo doing, I can't do. The game's not letting me do those things. So I guess the game just doesn't like me. So I'm sad to say. So I will try to do some more stuff with this and try to learn some more about what I might be doing wrong. Because I'd like to continue playing the game. But if it's not going to let me use the functions of the game to do what I want to do, then yeah. This is one of those games where there are so many rules. What was the other thing Lelujo did today? Oh, yeah. So he said, let me just load this back up here again. He said when you go into you offer a contract to a player, you go into the transfer offer via transfer room. Well, when you do an offer, it offers discuss a new contract. It takes you into a screen where you have promises. First of all, he says don't make any promises except the time, the amount of playing time that the player might have, and he said be very careful with that because if you don't match up their playing time, what you told them with what actually happens on the pitch, then they will get mad and cause trouble. We got ads incoming in about 4 minutes. And then the other thing he said is that when you're offering a contract to somebody, they're going to come to you and they're going to say, this is the amount of money that I expect. $10,000 a week, say. He said, what you do is, he said he's learned this from experience. What you do, you can raise or lower that offer. So what you do is you click 4 times on the negative button to lower the offer. I don't know if it lowers it $100 each time you click on it, something like that. So you click on it 4 times, and if they come back with the same number again, you click on it 3 times. They come back again, you click on it twice. And he said you do that also if they want to get, if they want to be paid money for being an unused substitute, for making an appearance in the game. There's fees that can be added on by the player who is negotiating the contract, and then you can also adjust those. He says you just click down 4 on the wage, down 4 on the unused substitute bonus, down 4 on the goals scored bonus or whatever. Said that for him, he said after playing the game for 25 years, he said he's found that to be like a very good benchmark for trying to get a player to accept a contract. Because he said, you want to pay the least amount of money that you need to pay to bring the player in, keep them happy, all that stuff. And so I thought to myself, after he was telling me this, while he was telling me this, I thought, now how? How would you know that information unless you had played the game for 25 years and experimented with that stuff? I wouldn't have known it just off the top of my head. Click negative 4 times on all those things. And then if he comes back and says he still wants those things, you click negative 3 times to try to bring him down. I wouldn't have thought of that. You have to play the game for 25 years to know stuff like that. And that's the thing with this games and games like this. There are so many rules. There's rules for everything. There's rules for there's different rules for different leagues. Even in England, different leagues have different rules. Player requirements. How many loanees you can have on your game day squad. Just down through the list of of rules that you can have. We got ads starting up in about a minute. But if you come in here to Sky Bet League 2, you come over here to Overview, come down here to Rules. These are the rules for Sky Bet League 2. Now, you can see all the rules: financial fair play, transfer for foreign player with current permit. They need work permits if they're from a foreign country to work in the United Kingdom. So each league has different rules. So every time you go into a new league, you got to read the rules. Now, see, as there's no trialists allowed to play in matches, I just wanted to get trialists in to try them out. Anyways, we got ads starting up in about 5 seconds. So I'll be back when you come back, and then I think I'm just going to, yeah. Sorry, I had the mic off. My mouth's mud. Um, yeah, I probably shouldn't have spent so much time trying to figure that out. Probably what I should have done right away is I should have gone into my Torquay save because I'm playing Wrexham right now. I should have gone into my Torquay save and see if I could have brought in a trialist, which after about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, I actually did that. And I found out, yes, I can offer a trial to a player that's out of contract in my Torquay save. Why I can't do it in this save, I don't know. I mean, I could probably actually, I'm not going to do it though. Let's just save it, call it. It's just frustrating. What would be nice is if the game maybe had that in the menu when you right click on the player. Maybe it had that in the menu. Oh, wrong one. Maybe it had that in the menu, like miscellaneous down here, offer a trial, but it was grayed out. And when you moused over it, it would give you a reason why it was grayed out. Can't offer a trial because, but none of these will let me offer a trial. So I don't know why. So that's me done. That's me done. And I'll try to figure it out at some point. I don't know. I'm going to have to go on the internets and ask Google, but I'm going to have to frame the question in a gilt-edged frame of words for Google to understand what I'm looking for in order to find an answer. Because that's the only problem with AI. If you don't ask and frame the question exactly the way that they want to hear it and be asked, then they'll. I did this one time. When Alex Ovechkin was going for the title, the goal scoring title. No, in fact, I could probably find it. I think I might have sent something to a friend of mine about it. How many empty net goals did Sidney Crosby score in his career? Well, when I asked this the first time, it said that he had scored like 2,300 empty net goals in his career. I'm like, he hasn't even scored 2,000. He hasn't even scored 2,300 points, total points. Um, and I'm not sure if that was the question. I can look up in this chat with a friend of mine. I forget. But anyways, I was just looking at it going, what are you talking about, Google? Excuse me. What are you talking about? Anyways, I'm done talking. that's it for me. Thanks for coming in, everybody. I'm just going to let you go tonight. I'm not going to send you off to a streamer. I'm not going to send you on a raid because, well, I can look, but I sent I sent people off on a raid yesterday. Got into the stream. He's playing FM. There's no you you can't hear him. You can hear the game, um, but you can't hear the streamer. And I don't even know if he was talking. But then they stopped at some point, like they got up and they left the keyboard for like 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. And then they came back and there still was no conversation from the streamer. So I'm like, I think I just have to be really careful about who I send you off to. So unless we know them, so at least we know Stegosaurus Vigo. He is actually somebody that got me. He rated my stream a while ago. But I think I'm just gonna pass on that for tonight. So let's see, where's my sign off thing here? I'm just gonna sign off for tonight and just say, wherever you are in the wide world, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or night, put yourself in a position to be blessed and be blessed. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for going through all the frustration and stuff of me. Oh, you guys weren't even see me what I was doing. Anyways, it's been one of those nights, I guess. So be blessed, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks, Shroom. Thanks, Pop. And we'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching.